2016 Toyota Corolla. This is a recharge after a collision repair. The condenser did not have to be removed, or well, it had to be removed, but it didn't have to be replaced, just because of some sheet metal had to be replaced over here where the lines go through. The lines had to be disconnected from the condenser, so the OEM original part was put back on the vehicle. I had it on the vacuum pump, and I just disconnected the NAVAC. This is the one that goes down to 3 CFM through the 3/4 inch silicone hose. I had that hooked up here before, but I also have the field piece 8 CFM, the one that has the extra oil, so you can do a oil change while the pump is on and never lose vacuum while you're doing a recovery. Wireless scale to the wireless remote. I'll zero that out. And we're zeroed out. About to recover it. Temp sense probes for superheat on the liquid line for subcooling. This probe has a 12-inch extension with humidity and temperature sensor that's sensing the air being sucked down through the cowl. The other sensor is in the center dash on the passenger side right there. You see the blinking light. Also experimenting with this phone. Yesterday's video was in 4K, but I was told by a subscriber and somebody I know that on YouTube it said it was only 1080. So I reduced my resolution to 1080 HD at 60 feet per second instead of 30 feet frame rate. So we're going to try this again and see what today's video looks like. So this calls for 450 grams. You look up at your air conditioning sticker and focus. 450 grams. So we'll come back here. Here's my refrigerant. Here's my vacuum. I need to turn off the vacuum. And let's turn off the vacuum. And then we're going to put in the gas. So let's focus up here, not get quite blinded out. And I'm going to turn this knob here to open it up. 1, 2, 3, open. And there we go. The refrigerant's going in. And if you count how many seconds this takes, this is when you do a proper evacuation. This is all it takes. You don't have to start the engine. You don't have to do anything. And that's it. 440, 450. Done. And if you do everything properly, follow all the correct rules and procedures, you do not have to start an engine to recharge. And it'll go that quick. And that's all you need to know. If you do have to start a car, if you have to go through a lot of work to get a charge to go in, then go seek some education, learn, read, and find out what you did wrong and why it didn't work like that. This is the field piece software that goes with all the wireless field piece tools. This also transfers wirelessly right to here. And let's start this up and let's see what we got. Some of the smaller leak detector lights. This turned out, this is the one that's replacing this one right here. This is their newer generation. I find them both basically equally as well. Kind of unfair. This is a little bit brighter, but the only thing is it's an unfair comparison because this is like 4 years old, so the battery has degraded. There's hundreds of hours of time on the LED, and they do lose efficiency. So it's not a fair comparison of making a comparison of the newer generation with the older, other than this has a focus beam that you could put on it. So very good light for the money. This is now one of my new, because they don't make this one no more unless somebody has an old stock. This was my old recommended light. Can't find that one. This is now for the price. This is in the $100, $100 and some odd dollar range for the price. I have my other UV lights that are $500. We won't do a comparison of $500, $600 lights to $80, $140 lights, other than the technology is getting really good, and your ability, but then we have to talk about the wavelengths of lights and different dye manufacturers, fluorescent wavelengths for the best fluorescent, but they all kind of work. And it would help if I had a key. Let's grab a key. Wait a minute. We don't have a key here. Hey. There's no key up on the dash. Okay. Looks how well and prepared I was. And there you go. Key. There we go. Well, now I know I wrote down the wrong RO number on my invoice. Fire in the hole, and hey, that's goes my. Why do the guys always have to hit the blinkers or the wipers? Let's crank down some temperature here. Let's get a little airflow going. Let's make sure you always have all your vents open. Get them out straight. Okay. Let's say they have that on intermittent. Off. That out of there. And we're already back down to 25, hitting into the 24 range. 130 on the high side. And we're already at 45 degrees out of the dash. We got 70 degrees going in by the temperature sensor going down through the trowel up there. Hey, where's my delta? It's not giving me my delta split. Okay. So we're on our way to a good health, and now I use the leak detector, the Stratus. I find the Stratus to work really good on the YF refrigerants. So for the new YF 1234, between this and my H10, H10 was always the king, but I have been testing this more, comparing it to the H10 refrigerant leak detector. But I think maybe, not quite set yet, I'll make a video on it. I'm not sure if this is going to edge out the H10 on detecting YF refrigerant leak detect for the YF refrigerant. And that's about it. Since the only thing they took apart too, since I might as well show you here, the difference. All they did was they disconnected that fitting right there. And they disconnected that fitting right there. That's it. Those are the only two connections they made. And this is the old one. Slightly different looking color. Camera might pick it up. As you can see, the camera in the lens, it looks a little different. So if there was a leak, that's one method. UV dye is not a method of looking for leaks. The only true method, and the first method you go to, is a refrigerant identifier. Stay away from anybody who only uses UV dye for looking for leaks, because it's the electronic refrigerant leak detector that is your main method of looking for leaks. Then you use the dye. The dye is just a backup. It's just an aid. It is not your number one thing to go to. It's always your electronic leak detector. And that's it on this one. For those of you who are new, who haven't seen my channel yet, you got the Navac 12 CFM vacuum pump that goes down to 3 microns. And if you don't know what a micron is, Google it. Google's your friend. This is capable of going down to 3. This goes down to 20 microns on your field piece vacuum pump. 8 CFM. This is the field piece 480V refrigerant manifold. This is the free software that comes with the manifold. This is the kit that comes with all the wireless sensors that all packed here, and these are pressure sensors right here. So you got 2 pressure transducers too that come inside here. And everything here you see I got from TrueTech Tools. And that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. This is happily cooling down to 41 degrees right now, and the compressor just cycled off, and you can see the pressure climbing right now. So that's it on this 2016 Toyota Corolla. See ya.